Are you serious? We are live out at LSU football practice on this August the 7th. Hello, everybody. Buddy Songy.
What's up, buddy? What's going on, Mike? What's happening?
Look who we got in the house, guys. Blake Ruffino is with us. Day 2 of LSU football practice. Another hot one. We're getting out here at 4:20 each day, and I think there's some interesting things in there. A little bit repetitive from yesterday. I know personally, I really like watching what Derek Stingley was looking like, and Blake Baker really coaching up his linebackers, putting them through some drills. You're going to see that on the video that I have later, but a lot of it is kind of similar to what we were seeing yesterday. But there was also some new drills that Corey Raymond with the DBs that I saw, and I think there were some notable guys in some yellow jerseys that you seized upon, Blake.
Yeah, I think Ali Gay on the D-line was something that I saw right off the bat. Didn't look like he had any problems, any mobility problems. I'm not sure what it was. He was going with the ones, but he looked sharp. He looked lean. Honestly, buddy, to me, he looked really good. Actually looked like he put on some good weight, and so I thought on the defensive side, Ali Gay looked really good. Something interesting, I saw Joseph Evans running with the ones. I know that Ed kind of talked about him, but he was running with the ones. So, he keeps talking about him. Ed's going to give you what he wants, Mike and Buddy, every time he says them. So he was running with the ones, and he kind of looked like he was kind of trimmed up and looking good too.
No doubt, LSU, a ton of D linemen because of the logistics and them being on the far side of the field. We haven't gotten into the particular numbers in the depth chart. Blake just said Joe Evans has been talked up. Ali Gay, Andre Anthony on the outside. Glenn Logan has lost weight, guys. I couldn't believe he's a new weight. I'm glad. He's down to 305-ish. Of course, Neil Farrell's lost some weight. Linebacker, big question. Boy, 3 corners, 7, 1, and 2. Stingley, of course, Eli Ricks and Dwight McLaughlin, all looking good.
Right.
By the way, no Cardell Flott today, and also, by the way, Devonta Lee taking reps with only the wide receivers, and Mike Jack Fesh only taking reps with the tight ends after 2 days of fall camp with the media.
I'm filming tight ends, and I see 2 or 3 drops in a row, and then who catches the balls? It's Mashburn, the walk-on, and Besh that break the drop streak. So,
right.
I think what is the other thing that I noticed? Okay, Stingley, DBs.
I'll give you one if you want it. I mean, very quickly to go on you. I mean, just Jack Besh in the RPO game, quick outs. They're putting him out wide. I'm not sure if you.
That and you talked about the defensive lineman, and one of the members of the media said, "Did you felt Orgeron was not in too good of a mood?" I said, "I know one thing that did brighten him up was at the end of the call last night where I asked him about Jacoby and Guillory,
right.
And if you caught that in the Orgeron press conference, he seemed to brighten up a good bit because we've been waiting for Jacoby and Guillory to maybe make a move. Obviously, the LSU defensive line is deep. You've got a nice mixture of upper class and young guys as well. So, is Jacoby and Guillory guy that somehow can get some reps. That's just going to be the strength of the football team. It's the best defensive line he's had since he's been at LSU. You're going to be able to rotate those guys in. Of course, Jacoby last year was hurt. He had a high ankle sprain. He had COVID. He maybe got a little heavy because of the high ankle. And but yeah, I got a pretty good zoom in on the defensive lineman from across the field. So we'll see how that comes out in our TigerBait video package. Guys, go subscribe to TigerBait. Choose the annual package. We want to have you. I'm going to have all that for you. I'm combining 2 days of photo galleries. I'll either have that out tonight or in the morning, but we'll have our video and more this afternoon.
By the way, I'm going to do an extensive update. Look, I didn't have much time this weekend. I'm going to do an extensive practice report for tomorrow after I look at everybody's film. I got to tell you, folks, Kayshon Boutte is as smooth as a baby's butt, and he's catching everything. But who's number 2, 3, and 4? Unbelievable with the numbers. And what I like, guys, you got the 6-foot guy that can run. You got the 6'2", 6'3", 6'5" guy. As we said, Jaray Jenkins, you forget how important he was halfway through the year. He's catching everything. Jontre Kirkland trying to get something out of that last year. Coy Moore wants time. Trey Palmer, can he catch the football? And then that handful, Blake, Malik Neighbors, Chris Hilton, Brian Thomas Jr., Besh, and Deion Smith, who once again looks good. I did make an error yesterday. The 6 in the yellow jersey was not Deion Smith. It was Derek Davis Jr., another freshman. Sage Ryan's going to play a lot. and you loved him from the get-go.
Yeah, athletic kid, wheels. Blake and I were talking about him on the way up here today, and you know, to me, it's going to be hard to keep him off the field. The only thing we don't know is how quick he's going to be able to grasp everything, and you know, does that give Flott a little bit of an advantage? But I think it's just a matter of time between, you know, as each week goes by, that he's going to learn more and more, and he's going to be hard to sit down.
Well, Sage is smooth as silk. You're talking about somebody being smooth. I thought in his back pedal, Mike, he looked great. I thought in his brakes, he looked great. I mean, look, there's not a lot of guys, and I talk about this a lot of times, there's not a lot of day one guys, right? Well, you got Jack Best, and then you got Sage Ryan, who I thought looked really good. And I think going on the offensive side, something I noticed, and y'all might have as well, we all talked about the RPO game, right? Like, we all kept talking about it. They're forcing it. Like, it was complete. It was smooth. The one thing that I liked, guys, was that no drop passes. None that I saw.
Except when he was watching tight ends.
With receivers or tight ends?
Just with receivers.
Yeah.
When I saw it. No drop passes, maybe with the tight ends. But, I mean, it was smooth, very smooth. I actually kind of liked how the fact that you had a lot of guys that were in there, and then you had DJ and Pete's communicating together, talking about what they wanted, and I thought they ran really smooth on the offensive side too.
Blake's been talking about the run game and the offensive line. Those guys have 2 weeks of hell to get in shape, communicate, chemistry. We feel like Brad Davis is the perfect coach to get the best out of that group that won the Joe Moore Award 2 years ago. Don't worry about running backs, folks. 3 and 4, this is their cha-ching year.
Right.
They both look better. They both look leaner. Emery's worked hard. T. Davis Price has lost about 10 pounds. And as we said, look for the short passing game with all these receivers. Oh, by the way, you got some 6'4s and 6'5s. You got some fast guys, Malik Neighbors, Corey, all those guys. A lot of dink and dunk with the RPO. LSU's going to throw it a bunch, and Max Johnson is going to take what the defense gives them every freaking Saturday.
Did you like the communication out there that you saw today?
Yeah,
I mean, because it was a lot on defense, right?
Yeah, yeah, and look, even though because we're the media, our lanes have to be, and I'm gonna be able to see once I get home and get the video up in the computer. I was zooming in on the offensive line, but there's no doubt you can hear the voices. I mean, Coach Davis is getting after the offensive line. They're getting physical. He's moving them around. It's gonna be one of those deals where I'm gonna, go when we see the video, because I got a pretty darn good optical zoom, so we'll be able to see offensive lineman and defensive lineman. Dude, the defensive linemen were hitting some sleds today. Oh, yeah. They were getting after it. So, and I think they were still doing it after we left. So,
I think today the biggest thing that I took away from today, for me personally, but I'm an O lineman, zone blocking schemes, simplifying. I mean, it was more of a simplification today than I can remember of seeing LSU. Hey, pass him off on the run game. If he's going to come down, pass him off. Simple makes things great. I kept hearing Brad Davis talk about it. Simple things make things great. So I like the fact that he's implementing, yelling at them when they mess up. But I tell you what, they look smooth as well. So I was kind of impressed because usually when you come out, I feel like there should be a little bit of rust. Other than, the tight ends like you mentioned, I thought it was pretty good.
He likes using the gates too.
Oh yeah, he does.
I mean, so he's like getting them in that stance, he's getting them their stature in the right spot. That's what the 2 days in a row. Of course, a lot of this depends on because of the time, the periods that they give us. But he obviously likes using those gates. I've seen him use it more than anybody.
No question. But buddy, very quick, Charles Turner, a guy that you talked about a lot. You talked about
he's in a yellow jersey.
He's in a yellow jersey. Snaps look good though. But that's a little concerning when you talk about that, him being in a yellow jersey.
Well, we've been talking about it. You always get 8, but you want 10 on the O-line. By the way, Blake's been talking up the O-line, and I went and looked at the stats. TDP averaged 4.3 yards a carry. John Emery averaged 5 yards a carry. So the problem is this. The problem. They only had 6 rushing touchdowns between the two.
That's right.
And 800 yards between the two. Crazy schedule, all the stuff they dealt with. But those guys both are going to have a chance, in my opinion, to have double-digit rushing touchdowns. This is their money year. Coach Joe's fired up about it. And Blake, we always talk about it. Unpredictable, 50-50, being able to run it, being able to score touchdowns in the red zone. Folks, 4 weeks from today, you're going to be watching LSU and UCLA. 3 weeks from today, you're going to be watching UCLA open up against Hawaii. It is here, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I asked Bonnet on the way out. I said, if y'all talk to UCLA to let them know what they're up for now that they've approved alcohol in the Rose Bowl, and he looked at me like, no, we hadn't. Like, man, you better get on that. First of all, it gives them an opportunity to make a lot of money, but the last thing you want to do is have a bunch of angry Louisianans who are there, and you're out of beer and cocktails before the first half is even over.
You know, one last thing that I think Dwight McGlover. I mean, look, I'm starting to fall in love with that kid in reference to his play. I mean, Corey's not, he got after Ricks. He didn't really get after Stingley, but he's getting after it. He made Dwight McGlover run the drill 3 times because he's like, look how it's supposed to watch. Like, watch this. This is how it's supposed to look. And I was like, okay, now. I mean, the kid's kind of making some waves. When he keeps doing that, I'm like, man, that was kind of impressive.
I noticed yesterday he was at the back of the end of the line, and they hate it when we come out here and take roll because a lot of times the depth chart is contingent on ankles and yellow jerseys, those guys being not 100%, but a lot of DBs. But man, I'm fired up about all these wide receivers in the short passing game. And once again, if the O-line can give them a little semblance of some grease to run through on the running game and protect Max Johnson, you're going to have one hell of a season.
Guys, do me a favor, hit the like button. Please share if you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button and the notification bell. As you notice, I think this is going to be like the 6th video we've uploaded on the YouTube today. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Anything you guys want to talk about? Wrap up?
Peace, I'm out.
AYS Sports, where you can find us. So just follow us.
Thanks to Blake and Buddy. Catch Buddy on the TuneIn app Monday through Friday. Blake Ruffino, Are You Serious Sports AYS on YouTube and Facebook. He's every night, Monday through Thursday, Saturday mornings. I think you're doing a show tonight.
Maybe.
He might do a show live tonight. We're gonna have all this for you on TigerBait.com. Go subscribe and choose the annual package. You get 3 months free when you do that. And we'll see you guys. I'm gonna be back out here tomorrow, so we'll see you guys tomorrow with more coverage, video. My full HD package. I think I probably got even a bigger video package today than from yesterday. Photo gallery tomorrow. Practice tidbits, the works. Go to TigerBait.com. We'll see you guys later.
Peace, guys.
All right, now let me see how to end this.
Probably press the red button.
Yeah, the red button, ain't it?
Shit, that's a long one. That'd have to be 15 minutes.